Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Kristen Cole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Danielle. Hello, hello, hello. This is my review on The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, episode 4, The Vault. I'm not rating this episode. Let's just get into it, okay? The main thing I want to talk about, as y'all know, if you've already seen it, is of course the ending of it. But let's go through the whole show. So we start off with Britt. Okay, we start off with Britt, and she is with Angela. She's trying to get to know Angela, and she is walking her dog in his stroller with Angela. And she says she's trying to get to know Angela. She said that friendships are important to her. A lot of people don't look at friendships as something that's important, like it's a real thing. And I would have to agree with that. However, she also says, "Hey, Yazzie Boo, how are you?" So literally, she also says that uh girls either hate her or love her. Well, hell, now we know why. Okay. When she said that in the beginning of this episode, and then what we saw at the end of this episode, baby, we know why either people hate you or love you. Okay. There's no in between with you. So Angela talks to her about getting her family involved in her marriage, which is an absolutely no. Hell, you don't even get your family involved in your relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like that, no, absolutely not. But she said that was her biggest mistake. And now her mama feels like she can have an opinion about her marriage and actually had an opinion and approached Charles about something. Child, let me tell you something. If I ever get married, I already know just from experience on seeing family members and my own parents, that is the last thing you do. You do not get your family involved in your marriage. So now apparently the mama and Charles are beefing. That's your fault. You gonna have to find a common ground. And let's be clear, it is your husband before your mama. According to the Bible, that's what it is. So, honey, you gonna have to figure that out. But Britt brings up her sister again about them beefing. But when we get to the actual dinner that she had with her sister, I'm smelling BS on the situation, but we'll get to that later. So next we have Shamia. Shamia is showcasing her song, okay? And so this is like her main thing. She's with her sister, and she says she wants her sister to hear the song. Now, apparently, RL, if you guys remember the group RL from Next, okay, he apparently produced this. Now, come to find out, because in my personal opinion, I believe Shamia can definitely sing. And I also think she can sing better than Portia, but that's just my opinion on the situation. But I did not know she had been trying the whole music thing for years. She was in a group with Carrie Hilson, another group. She just never made it. So now, because she has plenty of money and time, since she got that husband of hers, she's trying to, bring the music back. And based on what I heard, it does sound pretty good. So we'll have to see about that. But her sister says she absolutely loves it. So she said that Angie actually sent her an invitation to her dinner, and she said that she wanted to extend an olive branch, with Angie, because the fact that she just simply went in on her and talked about her look simply because she was trying to protect Drew. Just like, Porsche, you mean Drew? Wait, I'm confused. What y'all talking about? Oh, so they not beefing with him having a baby on you? Okay, ma'am. I'm confused on who you talking about. You talking about Shamia? Hold up. Are you talking about Shamia, Danielle? Y'all gotta be more specific when y'all in this chat. Are you saying Shamia's man got a baby on her? Like, okay, singing. No, No, I know what I meant, Veronica. No, I know what I meant. I said she sings better because remember, Portia was trying to have a singing career also. Remember when she was trying to audition for the plays for Candy and stuff? She was trying to also sing. Okay, so yeah, she was trying to also sing. So I meant what I said. I didn't mean Drew. I meant Portia. And the reason why I say that is because what happens later on in the episode. Portia was also trying to sing. Shamia sounds better, way better than Portia, in my opinion. So, with that being said, child, oh, Charles had a baby on Angela. Oh, okay, allegedly. But with that, Shamia is just like, I want to extend the olive branch, because I went hard on her. And she just, to me, Shamia went hard on Angela simply because of what Angela was doing for Drew, Shamia does for Portia, which I just didn't understand that. But yeah, with that being said, she said that she doesn't want to do that, but then she still was trying to throw shade in the confessional. So I was like, Shamia, okay, but this is part of your entertainment, girl. So with that being said, next we have Portia meeting with her team. And apparently, this is Portia's cousin Londi. Apparently she passed. Now, I don't follow Portia, so I don't know if that's something that she made an announcement on, but RIP to her, because I guess apparently she did pass. So maybe this is one of the last scenes that she did before she passed. And so this scene to me was grasping for straws. This was a BS scene. The main thing that they wanted out of this scene was this guy, Johnny, right here, trying to say that Drew reached out to him about sitting down with Drew and Dennis about her music. And he wanted to make sure that he threw shade saying, when did Dennis become Quincy Jones? That was the whole purpose of the scene. We ain't gonna even pretend like she was having legit business meeting. It was to throw shade at Drew and Dennis. My opinion on the situation. And look, we clearly don't know exactly where Dennis' musical talents comes from, I guess, or the fact that he was even into music. Like someone said the last time, he was doing hot dogs at one point. But one thing about Atlanta, it seems like people have their freaking hands and feet in every damn thing to try to make some money. So you don't know, he may have connections. From my understanding, they saying that Drew's music is fire. I'm not interested, but hey, if it's good, it's good. Hopefully her ass can reach gold at least. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But with that being said, oh, okay, she was on Portia's Family Matters. Okay. So yeah, but you know what? That's an Atlanta thing. And Danielle, I think you live in Atlanta. Everybody in Atlanta, a lot of times they claim they in multiple businesses. Don't necessarily mean it's true, but they always claiming they're a part of multiple businesses. But with that being said, moving on. Drew and Ralph scene. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care about this Drew situation with Ralph. I don't care about Drew, period. She is boring to me. Boring. And it was definitely boring seeing her and Ralph go back and forth about he's being a narcissist, but she didn't even know the damn definition of what a narcissist was. So let's move on. Now, this scene I absolutely loved. Okay. This gives a balance of what the Real Housewives of Atlanta used to give. We are at Kenya Moore's hair spa. Okay. And she is there with Kelly. Of course, Kelly has her own business. I absolutely love this scene. I love the support that Kelly gave, and I love how vulnerable Kenya was in this moment, too. But child, I wasn't aware. Did she mention this before? But I didn't know it was that deep with Kelly and her ex-husband and how she needs security and how this fool literally said that he was going to unalive her in the courtroom. You know somebody got to be crazy when they actually make that type of threat in the courtroom. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So she has to have security, and Kenya's asking her about it. But then Kenya has a moment about how scared You know what I'm saying? She is with putting all of this money into this business, hoping that it will work. And even said, Kelly, give me some of your tips. How do you get people to come, come or whatever? And Kelly, I think, is much younger than Kenya, but Kenya's like, look, you've been successful. Show me what you do. And Kenya begins to cry because she was like, I done put my daughter's college fund into making this work. And Kelly was like, it's gonna work. It will work. And I love that moment. Like, you rarely get vulnerable moments from Kenya. You rarely do. So when she has those moments, in my opinion, it's real. And when it comes to Brooklyn, honey, that's her world. And you know what I'm saying? So the fact that she was just like, I'm nervous, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak. That's why a lot of people don't do it, or when they try and they fail, they just end up getting a 9 to 5 because they know there's going to be a check that's going to come at the end of the day. Being an entrepreneur can be very scary. That's why a lot of people can't really do it. So I felt her in that moment. I think Kenya is going to be absolutely fine. She has an amazing fan base. I think she's going to be good. Real talk. I think she's going to be good, and she has a good backing of people who are entrepreneurs and have been successful. But I absolutely love this scene. I love that side of both of them really just being there as Black women, supporting each other and having a vulnerable moment without feeling like the other one is judging them. So I absolutely love that. So moving on. This Brit, she meets with her older sister, right? Now, I don't know about y'all, but the way she's been talking about these sisters and how almost that the business kind of ruined their relationship, one would think that they haven't spoken in months, years, maybe. I don't know, but the way she's been talking, it makes it seem like it's been a very long time that they've been beefing. Child, when they sit down, I hear a month. The older sister is like, oh yeah, your nephews done got big. They like 6'3" now. And Britt's like, it's been like a month since I seen them, and that's a long time. A month? This is what I was just like, wait, a month? Hey, Miss T, a month? Like, come on now. A month is not that freaking long. Unless you guys literally was talking every single day, but a month, I just feel like this scene is just for the show. I was like, I know she's not talking about a freaking month, but with that being said, the older sister claims that she feels like Britt abandoned her when she got married, okay? And she said that she has an issue with Mike being there or being in the room when she's trying to have a conversation with Britt. Now, let me ask y'all something. How do you guys feel about that? Because one, yes, marriage is first priority when you do get married. It is very important. But let's just say if you are having an intimate conversation with your sister or intimate conversation with another family member, do you feel that your husband needs to be in the room? Do you feel that your husband needs to necessarily know what's going on with that particular family member? So I don't know. Like, I feel like in that situation, if that's my sister, if my sister wants me to respect her privacy by saying, look, I don't want your husband in the room, I don't want your husband knowing my business, I would grant her that. And that's just me, because I don't like people knowing my business like that. So I feel like, to me, that's automatic. When my friends speak to me, which a lot of times they like to vent to me, I guess I am the girl they always want to vent to. I think they know that because they know it stays in that room, because I can't stand people just running their mouth about, what I'm saying, other people's business. But I feel like there still should be some type of privacy. That's just sister at the end of the day. But Britt said, well, that's my husband. She made it seem like, yeah, he gonna know everything because that's my husband. I don't know about that, but y'all let me know in the chat, and y'all let me know in the comments section how you feel about that. Okay, so Veronica said no. Miss T said Britt should be able to have a personal convo. That's what I'm thinking. But again, I guess everybody has different, no, you have to maintain relationships outside of your intimate relationship because there needs to be support when chips are down. Yeah, But I'm sure you guys done had those friends that once they get in a relationship, even if it's not a marriage, once they get in a relationship, they go ghost. You know what I'm saying? They go completely ghost. They act like they don't know how to balance their friendships and their relationship. But a lot of times, in my personal opinion, that's because they never knew how to be a friend in the first place. When you have people who go ghost like that, is because they never really, in my opinion, were a friend in the first place. They was a friend when it was convenient for them. So we've already heard from Britt, she don't really have girlfriends. The friends that she's had is family. Okay. And what can you do with family? You can ghost them, come back and forth when you want to, because they're always going to be family. It sounds like to me, Britt don't know how to be a friend. She doesn't know how to be a friend. So that's the reason why she probably has had issues with other women. And the only women friends she had are people who are family, her blood related sisters. But with that being said, moving on. So yeah, I don't know how I felt about that, but her sister seems like she definitely has been battling depression and stuff like that, which, hey, it happens. I love the fact that people are no longer, hiding what they're feeling and how they're feeling. I think we need to talk about that more in every single community. So I appreciated that. But of course, at the end, Britt had to say, well, I know you're going to hate this, but my husband is calling me, telling me to come home. I don't know how long she been married. I forgot how long she been married, but this is given too much. Is given that he needs to know where she is at all time. Is given a little too much for me from what I am hearing so far. Now I don't know if this is editing purposes, but it's given a little too much in my personal opinion. Now, Drew in the studio. What the hell y'all want me to say? I don't care. And she up there talking about some breathe. I just got a new weave. Breathe. I just got a new weave. Bye. I don't care. Whatever the case may be. She talks about the Portia situation. Dennis talking about she was in Nigeria eating fufu or cool. I don't know what the hell he said. I do not care. Moving on. Child of dinner. Let's get into it. The dinner. She calls women female, so that says where her loyalty is. Male identify. Yep. Yeah. We all have probably had a acquaintance or two. I can't even say a friend, an associate or two who was like that. Absolutely. Felt like Britt's sister really needs her. Yeah. Yeah, but she is her priority. And again, your priority is supposed to be your husband, but at the same time, it's all about balance. But again, she don't know how to be a friend. She don't know how to be a friend. You can tell when some people know how to be a friend. When they know how to be a friend, they know how to balance their lives like that. There are a lot of people who just don't know how to be friends. They don't. And to me, Britt is definitely one of those people, especially after seeing what the hell we saw during this damn dinner. So this is supposed to be the all black dinner. And of course, Kenya comes in her damn turquoise, her mint green, whatever color you want to call it, talking about she didn't get the memo. Kenya, we know your games at this point, baby. You got the memo, but it was all good. You look absolutely fabulous in it, but you definitely wanted to be the standout. I know what it is. It's giving very unhealthy boundaries in codependent marriage. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly what it's coming off as. But again, editing can be, something. So with that being said, they all sit down. And if that, I'm assuming that's a restaurant. They said that restaurant is in Bankhead, but the way that restaurant is set up, and that's the way it actually looks, it looks really nice. Like whoever did the actual interior design of it, they did a phenomenal job. But with that, so Shamia comes in. Okay, and she, gives the olive oil with the olive branch, pretty much apologizing to Angie about coming for her and her looks and stuff like that. And they hug it out, which I was like, okay, let's be on our grown woman stuff finally. Bankhead has been gentrified. I'm sure Bankhead has been gentrified, but they still trying to claim it's still in a iffy area. Bankhead used to be the place to get you some bomb soul food. Bankhead used to be the place to get some bomb soul food. I didn't care how iffy it looked. I used to go over there and get my soul food all the time. But anyways, moving on. So with that being said, they play, well, before they get into the anonymous question game, let's talk about the hater. Let's talk about the hater. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. So Shamia is at the table and she wants them to hear her song, right? All right. And oh, you know what? Let's rewind. Rewind. Let's talk about this moment. Child, talk about Kelly's event. Kelly's shade is top tier. For her, this is her first season. Baby girl be on it. She be on it. So she was talking about her event that she had last episode, and she made sure to let it be known that everybody didn't buy something. And she said, honey, I thought you was bringing your sister. I didn't know you was bringing your makeup artist who didn't buy something. And Kenya was like, did everybody buy something? And Kelly was like, no. And she was like, who didn't buy something? Kelly looked straight up at Drew like, that heifer, she didn't buy nothing. Now, Drew claimed she bought a blazer for her son, right? And she wanted to show proof with the email that she brought this blazer. But Kelly in the confessional said, no, honey, it looks like you have an exchange between you and the salesperson. I don't see a transaction. I don't see a receipt. So as far as I see it, you didn't buy that blazer. Let Drew tell her she bought the blazer and it was $2,000. Who y'all believe in this situation? Who y'all believe? Y'all let me know. I don't know what the situation, but Kelly was like, no, honey, I need to see a transaction. And I'm sorry, but if a blazer costs me $2,000, I don't care how much money I have, I will easily be able to show the transaction. That's me personally. But now, moving on to this hater. Back to what I was saying. Shamia has the girls listen to her song. Now, Portia. Let me tell y'all something right now. I'm going to just be real with y'all. Real. I don't think Portia and Shamia were ever friends. I don't. They've always been frenemies. And I say this because I know this from experience. They were never really friends. It was a convenience. They knew each other in high school. They were never friends. You're not going to be able to convince me otherwise that they were ever friends. Ruby, what's up, girl? Drew, okay, so he said they know Drew be lying. Drew proof didn't make any sense, so I believe Kelly. Right. So when Shamia is playing the song, first of all, before she plays the song, Portia says, why do I feel like this is about to be a diss track? Why would you say that? That's one of the first things she says. Then they ask her if she's heard the song. She's like, no, I haven't heard the song. She starts playing it. Shamia starts playing it. And she was like, this ain't you. This is Drew. This ain't you. Who is that? Who's that? This ain't you. That's Drew. And I was like, what in the hell is going on here? She was talking while the song was playing. She was literally hating her ass off. She couldn't even pretend that she was happy for Shamia. She couldn't pretend. She was so mad. Everybody was vibing to that song. Clearly, the song had a vibe to it. It had a kick to it. They actually loved the song. And Portia's hating ass talking about something. Are you on it? Are you on the song? And Shamia was like, you ain't listening. And I was like, damn. For you to have known this girl for this long, in my personal opinion, this just means that Portia is just a hater, period. I don't think she genuinely will be happy for any woman. If you can't even be happy for someone that you've known for more than half your life, that's just who you are as a person. I'm sorry. You are just a hater, point blank, period. Then she tried to say in her confessional that she, you know what I'm saying, she said that the song was good, but she just thought that it was Drew. She said, but the song was really, really good, but she just thought it was Drew. And even Drew said, mm, she throwing shade. Portia throwing shade. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just doing a little bit too much. There's no way they were ever genuine friends. Ever. You know what I'm saying? And when you really think about it, she's another one that kind of reminds me of Brit. Have we seen Portia have an actual genuine friend besides she tried to claim Shamia was a friend? But outside of her sister, has she ever had friends? She's from Atlanta. Have you ever seen her with friends from Atlanta? Even her first season. So another one that's possibly male identified and only has friends when it's convenient for her. Maybe. They could never be real friends. Portia can't be friends to anyone, right? And you know you got females out there who are like that. Candy brought her to the show, not Verona. She did. And I wonder if that's why she mad, because she didn't want Shamia to upstage her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it. Portia's such a hater. She's coming off that way. Yes. When she sang Rain, Rain, Go Away, I said, just that little moment, she already told us she could sing better than Portia. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could sing better than Portia. You know, which that's why I'm saying Portia is upset that Shamia may upstage her. And honestly, she already is. Hell, the man, the damn estate, not even a mansion, honey, estates is what she has. She has like everything that Portia wants. You know what I mean? She has the family, she has the support system, she has everything that Portia wants. So she's not even friends with her sister, right? Birds of the feather, because Portia and Britt are now good friends. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Misery needs company too. That's another saying. Misery needs company. So she was hating, and Shamia caught that shade. Shamia caught that shade. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the only thing. That wasn't the only thing that she was sitting up there throwing shade at, child. They started playing the anonymous question game, but one thing about it is she wanted to make sure that she let Angie know that she done heard some things about Charles. Now, you know the way Portia is when it has come to every relationship she has had on this show. What was her damn point of saying, yeah, I done heard something about Charles? You know what I'm saying? I done heard something about Charles. Girl, then if that's the case, we done heard about you stealing a freaking woman's husband. But you don't want people to talk about that. But you gonna sit up there and tell this married woman, yeah, I done heard some stuff about Charles. But that's all right. I ain't gonna talk about it now. You might as well, you done said it, so you might as well speak up on it. You know what I mean? So Portia can't sing, can she? I mean, she can hold a note, but to me, Shamia definitely sounds like she has more control over her voice. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Shamia's singing better, in my personal opinion. Shamia is the grand. I'm telling you, baby, that whole house child. Like, see, there's just like Shamia. I love the fact that Shamia got her stuff together. You know what I'm saying? She is the same age as Portia. She waited to get that dream husband. She got that dream husband. To me, Shamia's living a life, and Portia hates it. Heard something but won't say what. Nasty work. Exactly. Nasty, shady, hating ass work. So they do the anonymous question game, and you already know they either wrote those questions or production did. And so they go into like the fun stuff about, Kenya, let's see your panties or whatever the case may be. And, the little fun stuff that they was doing. But child, Britt had the nerve to sit up there and ask a question saying, could you be nicer to Britt when you talk to her? And she was like, I swear I didn't write this. Sure you didn't. I swear I didn't write this. And Kenya is like, I'm nice to everyone. I'm nice to everyone in this room. That wasn't enough for Britt. No, it wasn't enough for her. Britt was like, I'm saying, like, can you be nicer? Like, she's like, I'm talking about me, though. I'm talking about me. And I was like, okay. And even Kenya, look at her face here. Kenya was like, you're trying to have a moment. And it was coming off that she was trying to have a moment. It was. And she was like, no, I'm not trying to have a moment. And Kenya was like, yeah, you're trying to have a moment. Go ahead. And she was like, no, maybe you're trying to have a moment. Do you need a moment? She was like, I am the moment, honey. I am the moment. And so at that point, Britt continued, and Kenya was like, I don't talk to peasants. She pretty much just says, like, girl, you beneath me. I don't talk to peasants. Now, here's my thing. For those who have watched the Real Housewives from the beginning, the Married to Medicines, all of these reality shows, Kenya saying peasant compared to what Kenya has said in the past, saying peasant is nothing. Like, if you can't come back with something slick after someone saying peasant, maybe you don't need to be on this show. But her saying, yeah, you're a peasant. But Britt didn't like that, honey. They all want Ken to like them and get upset. She does, right. I'm just like, what is going on? I've never liked Portia, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if I ever had a love-hate feeling about Portia. I mean, she's just there. I do feel like, though, she definitely has some issues where she was that type of person where, because she couldn't articulate herself or really, be able to say what she wanted to say as far as her words are concerned, she was that girl who always was fighting because she didn't really know how to get back at people on an intelligent level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so at that point, Ken's like, girl, have your moment. Have your moment. She was like, no, I'm not trying to have a moment. So when she called her a peasant, she was like, bitch, who you calling a peasant, bitch? And I was like, oh gosh. Like, huh? Like, peasant? Like, girl, really? It's all of that. Who you calling a peasant, bitch? You gonna be respectful. Who you calling? It got to the point where even the other girls was like, ooh, she tripping. Oh, she tripping. They was like, what is going on? I don't know why she acted like this. She going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What is going on here? So at that point, Kenya did what I would do. When somebody trying to get in a moment, you just ignore them. You don't give them the energy. And that's what Kenya did. She just refused to give her the energy. So while she was still going on and on and on, Kenya got her little gift from Angie, and Portia was with her, and they were walking, and they were like, child, she doing too much. She trying to have a moment, and I'm not trying to deal with it, right? But she continued to talk, honey. She continued to talk and keep going and keep going. And then next thing you know, first of all, the fact that she said, where's my husband? Where's my husband? I wasn't aware that sometimes these type of events, the husbands are in the background. Or is it just Mike that was in the background? Because I was like, what is this? Why are you saying, where is your husband? Like, why is your husband there? This is supposed to be a scene for just the girls. Why is your husband even there? But she was like, where's my husband? My husband that actually cares about me. Where my husband at? Then she had the nerve while she was talking to Kelly, because at that point, Kenya was ignoring her, asking for Drew, talking to Portia. This girl said, I still got my pistol on me. Said it out loud. Now, I'm sorry, where I'm from, that's considered a threat. What you trying to say? What you mean you got it on you? You trying to use it? What I'm sorry. What was your point of saying that? Now, Kenya's better than me. Because as soon as I would have heard that, I would have broke that wall and went to production and said, okay, we got a problem because this is just work. And this is what we do when it comes to this show for work. And she's taking it to another level. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's taking it to another level. But then tried to continue when she was walking out with her husband and Kelly saying, I got whips, I got pistols, I got it. Like, don't play with me. You gonna respect me. So you can't even sit up there and try to make it seem like it was just a slip up. You said it again. You was trying to imply something like you was ready and you was about that action. Now we know why girls in school was trying to fight you and your sister had to protect you. Now we know why you don't have no female friends. No, I didn't see Charles. I heard that they talked about Charles at the end. I heard them talk about Charles at the end, but I didn't see him. I was too busy looking at her crazy ass while she was on the phone. I was like, I hope you on the phone calling your therapist, because child, you need it. How you going that crazy over someone calling you a peasant? This is Bravo, not baddies. Girl, take your ass to Zeus with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Mike was taking off her mic, but she was just doing too much, way too much over someone calling her a peasant. And even Kenya was ignoring her, and Portia, of course, had her back. They was all having her back. She was on her phone, and Portia was like, "Girl, get in the car." And Britt is over there still talking mess, still talking mess. And I was just like, girl, you are doing too much. It's giving that you do want a moment. It's giving that you took it too far and you just wanted to have a moment with Kenya. You trying to come for the big dog, trying to take down Kenya. That, well, shit, now that I think about it, I said that ain't gonna happen. But hell, Kenya not on the show no more. Cause we gonna see in the next episode that apparently what got her kicked off the show in the first place is about to happen. Okay, so maybe Britt did get what she want out of the situation because Kenya is no longer on the show. Now, is she never going to be back on the show again? I don't know. Something tells me give it a couple of seasons, Kenya will probably be back on the show. But yeah, so to me, in my opinion, Britt is the one who took it too far. She took it way too far. What Kenya has said to her, even from her talking about her second wedding ring and the little light shade that she thinks she had, it hasn't been that serious for her to sit up there and make those type of threats. I'm sorry, it just wasn't that serious. But again, production didn't check her on that. But clearly, whatever Kenya shows in the next episode was enough to get her off the show. But unfortunately, we already know how Kenya get down. Once somebody come for her, she tries to destroy them. Now, if it is true that she tried to do that revenge pee, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, Britt started it. She absolutely did start it. And GA is indeed a concealed carry state. Tread lightly, man. Yeah, I just, I didn't like that it just over peasant. Over peasant. She didn't talk about a kid. She didn't talk about like over peasant. Like, girl, Britt should be let go for the craziness, not Kenya. That's what I say. Who takes it there talking about that they got, you know what I'm saying? They got their ooh-wee on them and then mentions it again. Like, you're taking it to another level. Like, she could have easily, she could have easily went to the police station with that. And Mike was taking off her mic. Yeah, he was like, look, you ain't about to get us sued. Britt's husband trying to get that mic off real quick, right? Brittany started, but Ken finished it. Yeah, she did, but it got her kicked off the show. But with that being said, even Kelly was just like, I don't know what's going on here. She don't even understand where Britt's issue is coming from with Kenya. I think Britt is trying to create storyline. I think that she is doing everything she can to try to come for Kenya or someone to start some beef with. That's why she just took it there and she went that far. Honey, she's given what Portia was in the beginning of the Real Housewives. She's getting that she doesn't really know how to read and throw shade. So she just takes it to an ignorant, violent, stupid Zeus type of level, loving hip hop type of level. It was unnecessary. I was so turned off by it. I said, see, this is why I can never say I'm team anyone, because the moment I say that, someone does something stupid. I didn't have a problem with Britt. I was like, she could be a great addition to the show. And I love the fact that she was talking about the insurance and all of that type of stuff. But baby, this was a straight up turn off at this point. A straight up turn off. Mariah called the girls peasants too. We see how that went. Mariah on, yeah, but didn't nobody sit up there and talk about they had a pee on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where is Brit from, but again, I don't know, child. She definitely was given too much, but low key, I think I saw something that said rumor has it she was about that life back in the day. Rumor has it that she was that video vixen, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? She was that Corinne Steffens, if you know what I mean. That is the rumor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how true that is. And a lot of people are questioning who Mike is to her also. I don't know. That's allegedly, that's the rumors out there. So I don't know exactly what Kenya showed. But if it is Revenge P, then there may be truth to some of the stuff that people are saying about Brett. I'm just saying. There may be some truth about it. But one thing about it is, from my understanding, she's trying to play victim now. She's trying to play victim as if, you know what I'm saying, she was a victim in that situation. You're not a victim in that situation when you talking about having something on you and you about that life. Because no one told you you had to go there. You went there. So, and it's unfortunate because so far, I don't mind Kenya on this season. Kenya has actually still been like a great addition. And I love to see her even in this episode. So, unfortunately, I'm like, damn, we about to lose Kenya. And I damn sure prefer Kenya over Phaedra. Shit, all day, every day, I prefer Kenya over Phaedra. Heard the insurance company has horrible reviews and may be closed. I think she did close the business, Miss T. I feel like she explained that in the last episode that she closed the business, and she claims that's the reason why her sisters was mad at her, because she's decided to close or sell the business or something like that. Mike don't even like women, in my opinion. Oh Lord, I heard it was a pic of Brit with a ooh. I don't know, but apparently they said it is, you know what I'm saying, Revenge P. But child, who knows? What I do know is she just took it too dang on far, and it was a complete turn off. You don't come in on your first season doing all of this. You just don't. Like, that's just not how you get down. What Kelly is bringing is everything that you're supposed to bring when it comes to you being on your first season. She's bringing the support, she's bringing the light shade, she's bringing the controversy, and she's also keeping her cool. But at the same time, when you know how to read and throw shade, you can keep your cool. When people don't know how to read and throw shade, like Portia is getting better at it, but Portia was horrible at it in the beginning, which is why she always wanted to put hands on people, because she didn't know how to defend herself verbally. Britt is coming off the same way. She don't know how to defend herself verbally. But baby, after seeing this, I said, well, now we know why you don't have no female friends. And now we know why you was possibly getting your ass whooped in school, or you was calling your sister so she could fight your battles for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was a little too much for me. And it was a complete turn off. And her calling her freaking husband was a complete turn off for me too. I don't know how long they've been married, but it's given too much. It's given too much. Yes, this was a lot for just the third episode. Yeah, it's the fourth episode. But yeah, I see what you're saying, Miss T. It's too much. Make sure you guys hit the like button. She was probably the chick that was always about to get beat up and had to threaten folks when her sisters wasn't around. Right. Right. She was that girl who probably said some low key, ignorant, trifling stuff. She probably had a mouth on her. But you know what? You know what Britt was probably giving? Britt was probably trying to say people was hating on her because she was pretty. You know she get that vibe. That, to me, in my opinion, she get that vibe. They hate me because I was a pretty girl. No, they probably hated you because you probably said some low-key shady stuff, or you used to have a mouth and they was ready to fight you, and your sisters had to fight your battles. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's giving for me. Yeah, exactly. You already know that type, Danielle, right? Like, but she would easily just try to say, oh, it's because I was pretty. It was because of that. Like, they were hating on me. Girl, bye. I done heard that too many dang on times. And I used to see all the time where I'll be like, no, it has nothing to do with you being pretty. It got everything to do with your damn mouth. Everything to do with your mouth. But with that being said, you guys, that was the end of this ridiculous episode. But next episode may be Kenya's last episode, okay? We'll have to see. But what we do know is it seemed like a lot of people were uncomfortable with whatever Kenya showed. Okay. The thing is what I hate is that if Kenya did show that type of picture, she allowed Britt to play the victim. She already seems like she likes to play the victim. She's definitely allowed her to play the victim at this point by showing that type of, whatever she showed, picture, video, whatever. So we'll, I guess, have to find out what happens. But this is actually going to be the fifth episode next week. And then we may not see Kenya anymore, unfortunately. I liked her on the show. And then we're going to see Phaedra. Child, I don't want to see Phaedra. I had already had enough of her with a couple episodes I did with Married to Medicine. Yeah, they all hated her because she was in the videos. Yeah, she definitely get those vibes. Kenya decided not to come back because she didn't feel protected by Barbara. Oh, she decided not to come back. Okay. I thought for whatever reason she got let go and she was just saying that to save face. But, who knows? I mean, at the end of the day, as long as she still got her bag or whatever the case may be. But interesting enough, Britt to me is not, she's almost coming off like she's like a Melissa Ford or something. Like she's not a familiar face to me. So if she was in the videos, I don't know how old she is, but she definitely is not a memorable face that I remember being in the videos. But okay. She felt like she's an OG and they let old girl try her. Well, they did. They did. If she's basing it off of this, she did take it too far. She took it too far. But for me, I don't care if this was a brand new show and this is everyone's first season. She still took it too far. Once someone says those type of things, you do need to check it immediately. Even Kenya being an OG to me has really nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with there are just certain things that you should not say or do. Otherwise, we are going to have to shut it down. So I agree in a sense of, but not her being an OG, just a sense of Britt just taking it too far. She took it too far, period. So, I have to agree with Kenya on that. That was team too much. But with that being said, let's continue the conversation below. I'm actually low-key excited to see what happens next episode, to see exactly what happened and what people are saying. Bravo still cutting Kenya them checks. Yeah, I think she still got paid for every episode that she was on for this season. So I think Kenya is going to be just fine. I think her hair care, like her spa and everything, is going to be fine. I would low-key want to go to a spa out here that will massage my head and do that type of stuff, because trust and believe, I'm sure that is very relaxing. Apparently, she has all of that in her spa. I think she's going to be just fine and she's going to thrive. But with that being said, you guys, let's continue the conversation below. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Toodles.